Before we headed into our break, we told you about India's AMCA stealth fighter program and how it's never going to come into its own unless it is powered by an Indian fighter aircraft engine. Well, for the last 48 hours, Indian social media has been ablaze with a war cry that started out as a humble tweet, maybe from a defense enthusiast, maybe a fan, but it's now a national roar. Fund Kaveri engine. On the surface, it's a hashtag, but dig just beneath and you'll find the beating heart of India's deepest military dependency. While India is a country that fights wars and wins them, the truth is this: not a single Indian fighter jet today, did you know this, flies with an Indian jet engine, because they do not exist. And that is a national vulnerability no amount of imported jets can hide. Experts have said it for decades: if you don't build your own fighter engine, you're permanently hostage to the timelines, tantrums and turmoil of foreign suppliers. India learnt that the hard way when delays in engine deliveries stalled the Tejas Mark 1A program for over a year. We still haven't received the first of those 83 aircraft, by the way. Warplanes sitting idle, not because we lacked pilots or missions, but because we didn't have American engines delivered on time. And so, Fund Kaveri engine isn't just a viral slogan or a hashtag. It's a strategic scream for self-reliance, for Indian skies to finally be powered by Indian engines. The Tejas fighter is being inducted in large numbers. The AMCA stealth fighter I just spoke about has been given a clear roadmap for execution. But let's be clear, without an Indian engine, even the best airframes are dependent assets. And time is not on our side, viewer. Yes, the original Kaveri engine developed by India's DRDO was found wanting, underpowered and not combat grade. It was rejected, but that doesn't mean the mission should be. If anything, Operation Sindoor has shown that India must fight the next air war with zero dependencies. We cannot afford delays, disruptions or diplomatic holdups when the enemy is on his knees or indeed at our gates. So whether it means public-private collaboration, foreign tech leverage or redirecting offsets from billion-dollar buys, the Indian government must see the soul of this social media trend. Fund Kaveri engine is about control. It's about independence, and most of all, it's about ensuring that the next Indian fighter jet that takes off with an intention to deliver hurt to our adversaries does so with Indian fire in its belly. And joining me live now is Dr. William Selvamurthy. He's president of Amity University. He's been a chief controller at the DRDO, which actually pioneered the Kaveri engine. Good to see you, Dr. Selvamurthy. Fund Kaveri engine is a nice war cry on social media, but it is a very serious issue, and Operation Sindoor has proven that we need to take it seriously, sir.
It's a matter of great satisfaction, joy, that DRDO developed indigenous weapon systems performed accurately, reliably in the Op Sindoor. So having served in DRDO for 40 years and then seen the evolution of these technologies, I was so pleased to see all the systems which were used to the satisfaction of the services, and it has performed very well. And I must compliment my own colleagues, scientists, fellow scientists, technicians, industries, academia partners who have contributed to this indigenous development. Now, coming to this light combat aircraft and advanced medium combat aircraft, these are very, very important complex technologies to develop Tejas, the light combat aircraft, with its 4+ generation fighter aircraft, with airframe being the composites, and also fly-by-wire, digital cockpit, and modern avionics.
Dr. Selvamurthy, the engine is the issue now. We have to focus on the engine. We have mastered everything else.
Right. Actually, the engine, which is the heart of the any fighter aircraft, is the most important component, which we are dependent on another country, like GE404, which was powering our LCA, the Mark 1. Now we are looking at GE414 engine. And then, but these are all imported. Anytime they can cut off the umbilical cord and don't supply this engine. So all our aircraft will be lying idle. So it is very essential to invest in developing this Kaveri engine, which has reached a very high level of maturity. It's not a failure. We have learned the lessons. Now we have developed and brought to 70 kilonewton thrust, which is very important to power not only this the unmanned combat aircraft, and you have also the naval marine system which can be powered. So it's not Kaveri engine not a failure, but we have learned to build a turbo fan, the gas turbine engine for fighter aircraft. We have developed the tacit knowledge
Yeah.
and technology prowessness to develop this up to this capability.
What do you, Dr. Selvamurthy, what do you think should be the path forward? Many different things have been tried: public-private partnership, foreign joint venture, doing it alone, Russian help, French help, etc. Nothing has led to any forward movement so far because no nation will ever share this technology. This has to be done in-house. Maybe the solution is to involve the private sector or, give up at least a part of the control of such a project.
India can do it. We have done it in many areas. In this Kaveri engine also, we will be able to build it, provided there is a critical investment, because this involves, one is investment, the other is the technologies, subsystems, components, devices, even turbo, that blades which you are using in this Kaveri engine is very critical technology.
Yeah.
So I think we need to work as a nation, pool all our capabilities, technological capabilities available in the academic institutions, research institutions, industries, and then invest adequately, because there is no critical investment being made in this Kaveri engine. Then also look for partners like SNECMA or even G404, G, if he is willing to partner with us in certain areas. So we are the Russian collaborations. We must look at all the possibilities, so that one is the national pooling of talents and the critical investment from our side, both from government, and if private sector is willing to invest, bring them on board, and also look for collaborators. Now the world is looking towards partnering with India. Unlike the earlier period, we can leverage our the market available today for other commercial trade. We can use that to leverage for critical technologies like for the Kaveri engine.
Yes.
So I would say that there are countries which are willing, have shown interest, and those partners we should also bring for the synergy. So then we will be able to achieve those where the critical gaps are existing in the knowledge of developing this.
But one thing is for sure, final question, Dr. Selvamurthy, one thing is clear to us in the wake of Operation Sindoor, that, we have good partners, we have some reliable suppliers, but in a country that may go to war at any time, we cannot take these chances. We have to have absolute accountability and reliability on supply and availability of something as critical as a military aircraft engine, sir. Therefore, we don't have a choice in this matter.
I completely agree with you, because this is the heart of a fighter aircraft, is the engine. So if we don't have this, we have to depend on another country, which is security risk. The other one is, each one costs 5 to 7 million US dollars. That money goes out for each unit. So remember the cost of cash outgo, which is going to another country from where we import. So these are all, one is strategic importance, the other one is the economic importance. So with all this, we must invest. I'm so delighted and happy that the public is raising their voice and opinion in support of indigenization and Atmanirbhar Bharat. And I'm so grateful to all the people who are putting in the X and then all the media, social media, in support of this indigenous development of the engine for the fighter aircraft. And I'm sure government would have noticed it and given priority. They must attach a high priority. There must be a task force to ensure the timely completion. We should look at which are all the gaps, make strategies, building redundancy for those gaps to be filled, and then make strategies. We will be able to achieve, I can assure you, to all the citizens, with the capability proven by DRDO, that it is possible, and the technology prowessness of our industries, and the Indian intellect, it is possible to develop it with the government patronage.
And I also echo your sentiment, and I thank you, Dr. Selvamurthy, about the many DRDO products that have been part of this incredible campaign against Pakistan, whether it was the Akash, whether it was, parts of the BrahMos missile, whether it was the many sensors and radars, electronic warfare, jamming systems, the anti-drone systems. So we salute the scientists of DRDO, and we hope that the Kaveri can make a big comeback. Dr. Selvamurthy, as always, thank you very much for being on India Matters. It's a wrap on this show. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you at the same time tomorrow.